What's up, you guys? Zoeb here from OneGlanceTrader.com, and welcome to episode 11 of my eToro copy trading journal. And it's a special episode today because we are at the 6 month mark of my journey. So I wanted to take this time to walk you guys through how I've been performing year to date, and also what I've liked about eToro copy trading, what I don't like about it, and whether or not it's the right thing for yourself. And all I ask for in return is that you smash that like button and make sure you subscribe and click that bell notification icon. And you can click the link inside the description, which takes you to my live account, so you guys can see my live stats as well as the stats for all the people that I copy. And there's also a playlist link at the bottom, and if you're brand new to this series and stumbled across this video on YouTube, you can go right back to the beginning where I started with $1,000, which I invested across 5 copy traders. So like I said, we are 6 months in. I started back in November 2020, and I'm recording this video on the 4th of May. So, we've got pretty much 6 months worth of data. And as you can see, overall, I am just a little over 5% up in terms of my actual portfolio gains. And it's been it's been quite an interesting journey, to say the least, because you can see here the first 4 months I was performing really, really well, and then came March, and the market, as those of you who are investing inside stocks at the moment will know that the market has absolutely tanked, especially for high growth stocks, which a lot of the copy traders that I've got have an element of their portfolio into growth stocks. And as you saw in the previous videos, I started to diversify, adding new people in that kind of diversify outside of some of the stocks that the copy traders that I have are reporting into. And then April became a slightly better month. It started off really well. I was like 2% up inside April, and then again, with the high interest rates and absolutely smashing growth stocks and everything, again we started to see a downturn, but up in the green, which is a positive. And then May, we just started May, but today on the 4th of May, whew, the markets are getting absolutely hammered, and some of the stocks like Palantir, Neo, Tesla, they're all down 4 or 5% today, and it's having an impact. And the good thing is because I've got that diversification in there. Yes, I'm down overall for May, and we've just started, so things can change very quickly in this space. I'm only down 0.19%. So, going through the process in month 4, I was like, I'm going to get 12 months worth of green months, and in early stages of my kind of eToro copy trading kind of venture, I was a bit naive to the fact around the market, around what's going on, and I've kind of, understood that piece as time goes on. So if we have a look at my overall portfolio to date, so as I said, I started with $1,000, and I've been adding around $500 a month roughly into the portfolio. I think for May, I might do, as part of the next video, add in another $500 just to keep things a bit more interesting, because even though this is real money and my own money, I'm firstly doing it with money I can afford to lose, and I'm probably not going to lose the whole amount, because I'm investing in these 9 traders, as you can see here, based on their past performances. And I know past performance isn't an indicator for future success, but over the long term, there's enough data with some of these guys that we are going inside the right direction. So, so as we can see here, for those who watched my last video, again, I really wish I did this video on Sunday. This portfolio was $133 up, and really since yesterday, yesterday and today, it's pretty much wiped out all of my profits pretty much on there, because it's absolutely hammered the account. But like I said, for me, it was all about the social experiment in terms of the platform and the concept of copy trading, as well as putting some skin in the game, and a big enough amount where some of the losses or the gains will actually result into material stuff. So, if we have a look quickly at my at the people, and again, you guys will know I've done a dedicated video on Jay and his performance. Again, he was up 11-12%. Even he's getting hit hard over the last couple of days. So I've come to that realization that just because someone has a losing month doesn't mean that they are a bad trader. There are external market conditions that is hampering things, and I don't mind looking at traders that have red months, but still looking, obvious for obvious reasons, looking to minimize those red months as possible. Um, and so Jay's been my biggest winner in terms of not only from a P&L perspective, percent return, but also from a dollar value as well. And we talked about good old Federico, who is mimicking Kathy Wood's copy Ark Invest, currently down 5.2%, which is better than Kathy Wood's fund, I must admit. But at this stage, because he's very high into growth stocks as well, and they're the ones that are getting hammered the hardest inside there. So it's good to have that balance between. And like I said, I've got 6 of my. I've got 10 copy traders. I've got 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, sorry. 5 of my 9 copy traders, which are currently profitable, and 4 which are not. But overall, still inside the green, which is the right thing to do. So what else do I like about eToro? What I really like about eToro is it's very simple to use. They've really made a lot of changes. I first looked at this program or platform about 4 or 5 years ago, fiddled around with demo accounts, but didn't really put any live money inside. But they make copying traders really, really easy. They've got a really good a search tool that they do, and one thing I do like is that they now keep your predefined settings in terms of setting up your columns and your filtering, whereas before they didn't have that kind of functionality before, but now that they do. So, for example, I can quickly see here, who's had the most profitable months over here, and how many trades that they've placed. So if we look at this person here, again, they don't have a lot of history. They've got the less history than me. But you can see here that this person 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months here, well, 6 and a bit months or 5 and a bit months of all green, and it's very easy to quickly see how many copiers they're growing now. We've got 6 copiers, what their drawdown is, what they're trading, 70, 80% in stocks, and of those stocks, again, it looks like different companies inside there, and again places a lot of trades, holds it on for quite a bit, and then the copy traders in there, no copy traders, and this one here would probably make my shortlist, to be honest. Very diverse, very different to my kind of portfolio, and that's what I like about this. You can quickly see, and using the filter ranges, you can actually filter by only invest or show me people that have 80% traded in forex, for example, because hardly a lot of people in my portfolio trade forex at the moment. So if I can find someone to again hedge or diversify my overall portfolio, it's a very intuitive way to actually do it. And what I really like about this as well is, and again, I'll just select this guy as an example, and probably a bad example, but you know, he's only placed, or he's placing things. You can learn more about the person you're investing in. You can interact with that investor. You can read what they're talking about, where their head is, and again, you can also look at their overall kind of portfolio in terms of where they're actually investing into. And again, this is very different to most of the growth stocks here that having a look now, bar Tesla in there, doesn't really have a lot of growth stocks again, which again, I'm actually going to add this guy to my watch list here while I'm here. Seems pretty good to kind of watch, but you can just very quickly see on a click of a few buttons of how I can find someone that would be very good to kind of put into my kind of portfolio, or at least to investigate a bit more into it. So, and that's what I like about eToro, and it saves me doing all the hard work of looking at trades and all these kind of things. But you can see here that this, I don't know how many, I don't know, it's probably about 40 to 50 companies in here just through this one portfolio trader. Now you can easily see how diversified you can put. If I put $500 into Lucas here, that I'm trading into 50 different companies, and then that goes out even more when you do more copy traders. And yes, there'll be some overlap. Like, I'm sure everyone's probably got Tesla in their portfolio, but what I'm saying is they're all getting in, getting out at different times, as well as they've all got all different markets. I've got someone that's only really looking at China. I've got people looking at the European markets, and I've got someone also just looking at the US focus. So again, trying to diversify of those type of different markets. And so what is something that I don't like about eToro? I'm not going to fault the returns, because the returns is not eToro's fault. Like 5.5% is still very good, but if I compare it to something like the S&P 500 over the last 6 months, if I just put my money into an S&P ETF, I think it's about 18% return. So I would have made more returns if I just invest inside, a quote unquote index fund versus going into copy trading through stocks and all that kind of good things. But that's not eToro's fault. That's just my investing choice. All I'm looking at is a place of a platform to scout and recruit different copy traders to go into. So one thing I didn't like about eToro platform is about how dividends are paid out. So I'll be honest, I don't really understand it, and the information on the site isn't very, counterintuitive, isn't very user friendly in terms of understanding how it is. So, and then some of the copy traders that I do follow that did pay out a quote unquote dividend turned around and said, oh, this was a mistake by the eToro platform, yada yada yada. And the annoying thing is that I can't remember, I think it was like $200 or something. I couldn't reinvest that money back in because there's a minimum to put in. So for example, if I wanted to copy Lucas, for example, I need to put 500 in. So I had $200 sitting in cash, effectively paid out in dividends, which I couldn't reinvest into that same copy trader because I had to invest a minimum of 500. So that to me was a big challenge for me, because then I had to put more money in to go get that money working, which didn't really make any sense, because if you look at things like Robinhood or Trading 212 or Webull, where you can invest as little as $1 in fractional shares. You can do fractional shares on eToro, but you have to put, a minimum or amount to be able to get fractional shares, especially inside copy trading. So to use the copy trading function, you need to have a minimum of $500 inside your account. Whereas if I was trading Tesla or Neo, I don't need to have the amount of $500 in there. But this is a copy trading experiment. I didn't want to utilize that money in terms of me investing into something by myself. So that's probably the main challenge I had. I think their minimums are a bit too high, if I'm really honest. I think for someone that wanted to kind of get started, not a lot of people have $500 to play with, and if you wanted to spread your risk or investment across 2-3 copy traders, you need to then invest like $1,500. So that would be my only drawback in terms of the barriers of entry, in terms of money that you need to start copying people. But other than that, I think eToro are quite transparent in terms of the information they provide you with a particular trader. They allow that trader or copy trader to interact with its copiers, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I can't really fault it. And again, the returns, I have made money. It's not a lot of money, but at the end of the day, it will do better than it's doing better than if it just sat inside a bank account. Not as good as if I invested into the S&P 500 index fund, but that all goes in ebbs and flows based on what the timing of the market. So I really hope that you found this useful, and I just want to end with just showing you um, the growth of my portfolio. If I invested in all these copy traders on day one, I would have been, I would have made $694 on $10 simulated account, which is basically around 7% return on your investment, which again is still pretty good. Even though my true is 5.5, to get 7.5% return for literally not doing anything, to have something that has higher growth. And if I invested back in 2020, especially after the the downfall of the pandemic, and then the bull run that we saw pretty much from like April, May time all the way out to January, February this year, my portfolio would have looked a lot different. It probably would have been 30-40% up. So again, I'm putting that down to the situation we are in inside the market, and now it's up to me as a trader utilizing the tools that are available on eToro to be able to find my next copy trader that can diversify my portfolio even better or even more to ones that I've already got. So, I'm fairly comfortable where things are. This kind of bear run that we're kind of seeing at the moment will surpass, and I'm not looking to take this money out. So I'm here to document this journey for the long run, and hopefully, get the account to 10, 20K. So really hope you guys enjoyed that. You can see my playlist for the eToro on the screen now, as well as all my forex kind of courses that I've got as well, if you guys are interested in looking at that. And hope you guys found this useful, and I shall see you guys in the next video.